Hi, and welcome to Meditate with Tami. I am Tami Drose, and thank you for joining me today, especially on this nice charged topic of releasing addictive habits. This is a heavy thing to sit down and look at. So I commend you for being here and taking care of yourself and putting you first as a priority. And with any type of practice, mental health or in the spiritual realm, there is, I believe, not one way to save you, not one way to fix you. This is not about fixing or saving you. This is intended as a tool to help you on your personal life journey, if you are in recovery or not. But I think all humans are personally on some sort of recovery, just to evolve and take care of themselves. So I have more information about the disclaimer in the show's notes. And if you like this, please subscribe and hit like so we could get more meditation and help out there to us fellow humans, as we learn how to really take care of ourselves and heal internally so we can be bigger supports to our fellow humans and our planet that totally needs it right now. So welcome. This is a visualization meditation. So it's kind of like playing like a little kid, and you get to do some kind of like almost like daydreaming and thinking from the center of your head here, where we can imagine and really heal and get to know ourselves. And one thing on this topic that I would love you all to really give yourself space, that when we humans use our external habits to comfort us, and sometimes it can feel really good where we keep on comforting ourselves, and it could turn into something we rely on. So if we have a hard situation, it's like we want the comfort to keep us from feeling those feelings, those scary feelings sometimes, and those emotions, and to settle our thoughts and all that stuff. Our body is designed to feel. And when we comfort and block some of those, we can't, it kind of like blocks all our emotions. You can't block out grief and anger and expect to feel happiness fully or joy. We're made to surf feeling. And I think a lot of these addictive habits are, at least mine are, really to numb out those hard things. But it just pushes it off for later. So one thing is, whatever you are working on in your life, whether you are wanting to stop scrolling, or maybe stop overspending and shopping, or work addiction, or alcohol misuse, or any sort of substance misuse, or whatever it is that you're using to stop feeling, we're going to look at this energy to open up to be able to kind of understand it more for ourselves and heal it. And this is something you're going to be looking at. I really think addictions are part of the human experience. And as we heal them, I don't think we're ever 100% free from not wanting to soften our lives. And if you're using something to really soften your life, and you're not broken, you're not bad, you're just a human that is trying to make it easier, and you're just working through things. So to get more observant about how we use our externals and really break the shame on, I think a lot of societies have kind of a silent agreement, or if you can't handle your alcohol, you're not strong, where you're not totally looking at alcohol as a pretty heavy duty addictive substance, that can really blindside you. So it's where our bodies aren't made for overconsumption, and we are from a society of overconsumption and overworking and over whatever. So anyway, really take some space for yourself and really congratulate yourself for even looking at this. This is not a lot of people are going to want to look at their stuff, and you're here. So really take care of your body while we do this meditation. When I visualize, I really like my eyes closed because it helps me if that makes you uncomfortable. Please find like a soft gaze, or if the practice makes you uncomfortable, maybe pause it or just listen and not meditate, or just step away. But you are number one here. Taking care of yourself is the most important thing. So let's journey off on this releasing addictive habits. So taking a nice deep breath. And wherever you are, if you're sitting, you could do this meditation, you could do this laying down, you could do this wherever you want to be, however makes your body comfortable. So wherever you are, just taking a deep breath and just notice what you're sitting on, how it's supporting you. Maybe straighten up your spine. If you're lying down, maybe uncross your legs and arms. If you're having a tricky day and you're curled up in a ball under your duvet, just roll with it, go with it. I like to think of the energy flowing through me, and my body doesn't have any arms, legs crossed or anything, if that helps. So close your eyes or find a gentle gaze. And I can invite you to put your attention on your feet, both feet, and taking a nice deep breath. And breathe out. And then bring your attention to your legs. And breathe in. And breathe out. And bring your attention to your hands. Hello, hands. And take a big, deep breath in. And a nice sigh out. Even if you need to make some noise. Whatever your body is calling you to do. Now, bring your attention to your arms. And breathe in. And breathe out. And bring your attention to your head, your ears, your eyes, your mouth, your neck, your whole head. And breathe in. And breathe out. And now put your attention on the whole core center of your body, your whole torso. And breathe in. And breathe out. Now bring your attention to your whole entire body, head to toes, arms, fingers, tummy, shoulder blades, the whole entire body, and breathe in. Do a nice sigh out. Awesome. And just give your body a hello. Hello, body. Thank you for sitting here with me. Thank you for allowing me to look at this energy. We're going to be looking at addictive habit energies in our space. And just breathe, and we're going to look at different styles of them. So you don't have to look at anything really heavy if you don't want to. This is something that you could look at any type of level of habit that you want to see the energy on. You want to see why are you participating in this habit maybe more than you want to. If you're pretty regulated in what you participate in, and you are have like sobriety or nice long breaks from something that maybe took you over in the past, you can still look at other things that you're working on. You can also look at an older habit energy. Maybe if it's calling you a little bit, you could look at that. So what we're going to do is we're going to just imagine a habit, or just a habit that pops up in your head that you're thinking of right now. And it could be something about like scrolling or shopping, food, maybe a show you can't stop watching, whatever it is. Let's work on one habit for this meditation practice. And if you want it to be an easier habit, go with a lower one. If you feel like looking at your big one that is maybe kind of bothering you a little bit, go ahead and look at that one, but really take care of your body as you're looking at it. Really remind yourself that you are not the habit. The habit is something you're using to help you cope with life. And as we know, as humans, life is not always easy. So sometimes, of course, have some understanding for yourself for reaching that. This is not a place where we're going to get on ourselves about it. This is a place we're going to learn to love ourselves and heal it. So this, how we're going to imagine it is it's like a self-awareness practice. So what I'm going to do is invite you to take your habit and outside of your body in front of you. Like if you were imagining something very simple, like a pumpkin, or something that is really easy to imagine. You could just, if you don't do a lot of visualizing, just think of something really easy and just imagine it, and then just let it disappear. And so what I'm going to have you look at is the energy of your habit. So I'm going to invite you to have this energy of this habit come in front of you and just take a look at it. And if you can't see it, don't worry about it. If you're having trouble visualizing, don't worry about it. Maybe you'll get a feeling about it. And just check in with your body. How does your body feel right now when you're looking at this habit outside of the body? Like maybe we only look at the habit once we're participating in it and we're like, darn it, why am I doing this again? But what does your body feel like? Is it tight anywhere? Maybe it's laughing at when you see it as an energy and not, it's not an extension of you. It's a habit energy that runs through our body. So just notice where it is on your body. If your body is upset, you could tell your body it's okay, it's safe. We're just looking at this energy. And maybe this energy looks like overwhelming or like static, and maybe it's out of control. Maybe it's running away from you. Maybe it's calm. Whatever it is, that's what the energy is today. It's not you. You're not stuck in this. And you're just facing this habit. You're just looking at it. It's kind of like when they say you're walking back to the cave with the monster and you find out that the monster isn't really a monster at all. And let's talk to this energy. You can ask this habit energy, when do you need me most? When is it when I'm grabbing for you, when I'm not paying attention to you? What is that time that I really grab this energy, that I really want to sit on the couch and watch Sex and the City all day instead of do my work? What is it? Is it overwhelming? Is it fear? Is it when you feel self-doubt? Fear of feeling a certain emotion? Just ask that energy. When is it that you call me in most? And maybe you'll just get a knowing answer in your mind, like when you have an intuition thought. You're like, I reach for alcohol when I have fear of unknown in the future. It could be something as simple as that we are not hearing because we're not pausing to look at this. And then you can ask the energy, what is it afraid of? Or what is my body afraid of? Because the body will follow the habit if we're not connecting mind to the body. If you're into spirit, mind, body, or it could be mind, body, whatever your personal healing beliefs are. So what is it afraid of? Is it afraid of anybody knowing that you're afraid of a certain thing? More so than afraid of people knowing that you're participating in an addictive habit is what's the body afraid of? Believing that reaching for an external will help over a little bit of regulating in a different way or replacing in a different way, reaching for something else before you reach that addictive space that can overconsume us. So what is it afraid of? The energy or the body? And now let's ask this energy, this addictive habit energy. Ask it, how old do you think I am right now? And just listen, or a feeling, or whatever pops in your head first. That's your answer. Maybe it thinks you're 13 still, and you're in a situation where life is really uncomfortable and there's no way out. Sometimes pushing down old thoughts and feelings and experiences while they happen to us, they kind of get pushed down energetically in our body and get stuck. So we still carry a certain fear or terror from that age, whatever the age, if it's 22 or 7 or 38 or 56, whatever that age is, just let it, just accept it from the energy that's sharing with you. And you can tell the energy, do you know how old I am right now? I know we've been together for many, many years, or maybe not as many, but do you know how old I am? Tell the energy how old you are today. Energy, I am 54 years old today. I am not 13. And energetically, the energy is going to hear it. Your body's going to feel it. And maybe just notice, do a little body check-in right now. What is your body doing? Are you clenching your teeth? Maybe soften that and give yourself a smile. Check your fingers and toes. Are they relaxed? If not, just you could give them permission to relax. We're just looking at an energy. We are not the energy. And now let's give the energy some love. Because the energy might think you're stuck, and the energy does not have time or past, or it's just kind of feeding off emotions that are kind of stuck in us. So you could forgive this habit energy. I see you, habit energy. I know I am not you, and I forgive you for coming in my space and kind of driving the bus of my body, thinking that it's going to help me. It's going to protect what I felt then, what fears me, and I forgive you for doing that. And now we're working together. We get to be friends now. I could talk to you. I don't have to hate you. I don't have to shame you. You are an energy, and you're part of my space. So I forgive the habits. I forgive the overdrive. And now I know you're here and we could work together. And you can also forgive yourself for any habits that took you places you don't want to go. Some of the greatest awakenings are from habits that overtake our bodies. So just forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for allowing a habit to drive your experience. That's a total human condition that happens all the time, and you are not the bad person. You are not the only person that deals with this. Every human has some sort of an addiction. And if they tell you they never did or they didn't, you might want to hang out with somebody else. I don't like to give a lot of advice like that, but you might want to just double check that. Take care of yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive the habit. And just notice the energy from when you first looked at it to where you look at it now. What does it look like now? Does it look softer? Maybe if it looked kind of big, hairy, scary when you first looked at it, maybe it's not as scary. Knowing that you are not a habit, you are not a bad person for being in a habit. A habit is awakening when it comes to an addiction. It's an awakening to make a change. So just notice the space in your body. Notice, or maybe you get a different feeling from the energy we're looking at. And you could take your power back from that addiction, knowing that it's not you. And the more space we take from that, the more self-assurance that we are our innkeepers, we are our self-parent, we are allowed to love ourselves, we are allowed to give ourselves grace, we are allowed to make mistakes and bounce back from them. But you could take your space back, you could take it with grace. This opens up doors when you look at this for other healing tools for you, like self-parenting or self-compassion, or finding a community with like-minded people who could talk about things like this. So you know that you are not this addiction. You are not, even if it runs through your family, you are still not this addiction. It's something that's happening in your experience, and you have the power to move it out with self-work. So you can look at the habits like that instead of instead of leaning into unconsciously, and you're like, heck, I picked up that cigarette and smoked it and I didn't even want to. That's the time to really look at the energy and reset. There is a beautiful human that teaches about letting go of alcohol, Annie Grace, and she calls when you're trying to not drink and you drink, instead of calling it a relapse, she calls it a data point. I like to use that with all when I start clinging to things to allow me to hide from life. I like to look at that data point. So doing this work can open up doors for you to do some healing. And when we get away from this visualization, I'll give you a couple of tips on the way out to bring into your daily life. So just keep on breathing, and just that energy that was here, the habit energy, we can thank it for coming and working with us today. And you can always go back and look at this energy and talk to it and release it. You accept it, you face it, you feel it, and release it. So it's something that is something you could heal as an ongoing basis. Maybe like check in with your addiction energy once a week and see how it's doing. Or maybe you want to check in with it more if it's overinflated, or it's totally, you design this to you. So let's thank that energy for coming and working with us, coming into this space. And we can ask it to float off, or maybe it just disappears. And it's always available to look at again. And taking a nice deep breath. And a cleansing sigh out. And check in with your body and breathe. Hello, body. Your body back out of the visualization space, your body in the room, or if you're outdoors, wherever you're sitting. Just bring awareness to your body. And thank your body. If you want to give your body a squeeze, like a hug, or whatever you need to do to adjust in your body, thank your body for taking those moments to look at something that is something we always don't want to look at. And this is something after this meditation, or throughout the day, or maybe in your morning practice, you could journal on what you learned from this energy, the energy that's running through you. And you can observe yourself and how you participate in habits after you work this energy. Is it helping you? Is it helping release? Adding this to different tools. And just working it and going in baby steps and out of baby steps with it. You don't have to heal something all in one shot. And I don't think there is a healed destination. I've tried for years. Like, I did all these things. What's wrong with me? Why am I not healed? Why haven't I met my destination yet? So it's just an ongoing thing. We have to tend to us, like parents have to tend to children, or caregivers tend to children. We got to really, really take care of ourselves. And one of those ways is accepting our life and facing what we're working on and forgiving it and healing it and releasing it and surfing life. There's this really good quote by this doctor I love to follow. And if you want to start stretching your body while I'm reading this quote, you go wiggle your fingers and toes, you go open your eyes. This is by Dr. Chatterjee, and he is a doctor in the UK, a really awesome doctor. I've been following him for a long time, and I really use him for healing a lot of things in my body. and I will put his link in the quote too, and in the notes, sorry. But he is really into connecting the mind and the body and healing, which he didn't always do for his practice, and now he really is, and it's really exciting. But he writes, character is the ability to consistently live in harmony with your values, even when external and internal pressures is tempting you not to. It is also about having the mental flexibility to update your values as you grow and evolve. I love that, because it just really kind of summed up what we looked at today, and also that meditation is a practice. It's we're growing and evolving, and it brings us an awareness to ourselves, an awareness to things we're participating in. Instead of shaming ourselves, we can really come home to ourselves and see what we need. And yeah, I just really hope that gives you some space and enjoyment in your life evolution and with taking care of yourself. Yeah, so I am really honored that you sat with me today, and I look forward to sitting with you in the future. I will put anything down in the notes for you. I talked about self-parenting, and any links if that helps anybody. And if you want to share in the comments some of your tools to get through this, or how you like the meditation, or if you didn't like the meditation. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And if you like this, please hit like and subscribe. Thanks. Have a good one.